we are going to be discussing about decoding self-esteem. What is self-esteem? If I ask you this question, in fact, if anybody who comes in contact with me as as a independent person, as an individual, अगर मैं उनको एक ग्राफोथेरेपी देना चाहूं, वो एक ग्राफोथेरेपी ये होगी to improve their self-esteem. Nothing in this world is ever achieved without having high self-esteem. All the people who contributed to the world, all the people who are extraordinary in every aspect of their life, one thing which is common with everybody is high self-esteem. So why you should not be having low self-esteem? What is low self-esteem? Why is it so important to have self-esteem? Let's find out this. Ladies and gentlemen, please be with me and make as much notes as possible. Because for the first time, I'm giving you the definition from the Webster's. You know what is Webster's? Webster's is also like a dictionary like Oxford Dictionary. Webster's is also a dictionary like Oxford. As per the Webster's Dictionary, self-esteem as a feeling of satisfaction that someone has in himself or herself and his or her own abilities. Self-esteem is your overall opinion of yourself, how you feel about your abilities and your limitations. आपके खूबियां के बारे में भी, आपके खामियां के बारे में भी, your limitations and also your abilities. How you overall feel yourself. You know, remember every day we have this common question asking everybody, hey, how are you doing today? So the answer is an average of who you are as a person. Are you with me? So similarly, self-esteem is an average of who you are as a person. What do you think about yourself? Are you all with me? So when you ask somebody, how are you doing? So this is how the average answer should be, that your overall belief about who you are, opinion about your own self. And most of us have not good opinion about ourselves. So now let's understand self-esteem. When you have a healthy, high self-esteem, you feel good about yourself and see yourself as deserving the respect of others. When you have low self-esteem, you put little value on your opinions and ideas. तो क्या होता है यहाँ पे? Have you seen? जब आप एक कोई मुकाम में पहुंच जाते हैं, आपको लगता है कि हर चीज आप कर रहे हैं अच्छी चीज हो रही है, और जैसे थोड़ा सा आप अपने आप को बुरा समझने लगते हैं, कम समझने लगते हैं, आपको लगता है कि आपके आइडियाज वर्ती नहीं है, आपके सवाल वर्ती नहीं है, आपका पूछना लाजमी नहीं है. सो दिस इज लाइक यू आर सैबोटेजिंग योर ओन सेल्फ. मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल यही पे देना चाहता हूं. ऐसा नहीं कि सबके पास सवाल नहीं है, हम पे नहीं है. थोड़े लोगों के पास इतने सारे सवाल हैं पूछने के लिए, लेकिन वो पूछेंगे नहीं. क्यों? उनको लगता है मे बी माई क्वेश्चन इज नॉट दैट बिग, मे बी माई क्वेश्चन इज नॉट दैट रिलेवेंट, मे बी माई क्वेश्चन इज नॉट रियली अप्रोप्रिएट राइट नाउ. कैन यू सी दैट? आओ अपने आप से ही सवाल पूछेंगे, अपने आप को ही जवाब देंगे, अपने आप को ही खत्म कर देंगे वहां पे. Are you all with me on that?
Yes.
And when somebody does not want to elevate himself or his personality, nobody else can do that. वो अंदर से इच्छा आनी चाहिए कि हाँ मुझे कुछ करना है. And that is why self-esteem is a very important thing. And there are 3 types of self-esteem. 1, inflated self-esteem. That means about the normal. Number 2, low self-esteem. And number 3 is high self-esteem. Inflated माने जितना होना चाहिए उससे ज्यादा, जैसा ओवरवेट हो जाता है. लो self-esteem अंडरवेट हो जाता है. High self-esteem is the average BMI, whatever you have to be having, you have at the best of it. Are you all with me? Give me a big yes if you're with me. Yeah. Very good. So now let's understand why self-esteem is so important. Why self-esteem is so important? Self-esteem impacts your decision. How you make decisions. What is your process of it? क्योंकि जब आपका self-esteem low रहेगा ना, कोई आपको आकर अच्छी भी अपॉर्चुनिटी देंगे ना, आप अपने आप को ही खामियां निकालेंगे और अपने आप को ही बताएंगे कि यार ये प्रोग्राम तो अच्छा है लेकिन मेरे से ना हो पाएगा. यार प्रोग्राम तो अच्छा, ये डिसीजन, ये कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छा है, ये इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी अच्छी है, लेकिन यार पता नहीं हमें कर पाएंगे नहीं कर पाएंगे. आप अपने आप को ही कम समझने लगते हैं तो आप अपना डिसीजन नहीं कर पाएंगे. यू विल नॉट रियली लुक अप टू योरसेल्फ. So it's very important that you need to look at your relationship this way. Your relationship also impacts you, by the way. अगर आपका सेल्फ एस्टीम ही लो है तो आपका रिलेशनशिप ही इंपैक्ट हो जाएगा. कैसे? आप अपने आप को ही रेस्पेक्ट नहीं करते और आप एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे कि दूसरे आपको रेस्पेक्ट करें और वो जितना भी करें आपको लगता है कम है क्योंकि आप अपने आप को रेस्पेक्ट नहीं कर रहे. When you don't respect yourself enough, no matter how much the person is willing to give you and value you, you will feel it always is less. And because you feel you're not worthy enough, even if somebody makes a small comment, it becomes big. Even if somebody says something, it becomes, because आप अपने आप को इतना value आप ये कर देते हो, you are really reducing yourself. It also influences motivation. As people with healthy, positive view of themselves understand their potential and may feel inspired to take on new challenges. How many times have you come across people, if you give them a diet plan, you give them a new action plan, how many times have you heard people who say, hey, this is doable. ये कर सकते हैं. इसको करना चाहिए. Nobody will use the word doable. You know what everybody will say? Let's try. करके देखेंगे. नहीं, that's a wrong approach at all. Are you all with me? That's a wrong approach at all. So you need to add, you should always ask people, do you think it's doable? Yes, it's doable. वो हाँ निकलना चाहिए. वो हाँ निकलना चाहिए. वरना कोशिश करेंगे, the moment somebody uses the word try, accept it, that means he's also telling himself, करके देखेंगे, नहीं हो रहा है तो कोई बात नहीं. The moment this comes into the head, gone. You are giving your 100%, that person is not going to get that 100%. Are you with me? Because you know what? Somewhere it's okay. My target is 20 kgs I want to lose next 3 months. But even if I'm not losing, I'm okay with that. So trying brings in that casual approach. Are you with me? Trying brings out the casual approach. So you need to bring in that self-esteem. If the person is not feeling good about himself, you need to really first work on that. Number 3, people with healthy self-esteem, आपको healthy self-esteem क्यों होनी चाहिए? ये सारी वजह से. Have a firm understanding of their skills, are able to maintain healthy relationship with others because they have a healthy relationship with themselves. Remember, if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Forget it. Have a realistic, appropriate expectations of themselves and their abilities. Understand the needs and able to express them. अगर आपको कुछ चीजें चाहिए, आप पूछेंगे भी नहीं. How many times have you gone to a restaurant? You wanted to ask if that person can give you this much, but you never even asked for it. Why? You felt something is not right about it. वो क्या सोचेंगे? वो क्या समझेंगे? Are you with me? Can you see that? सवाल आप ही पूछेंगे, जवाब आप ही दे देंगे और आप अपने आप से ही खामोश हो जाएंगे. Low self-esteem feel less sure about their abilities and may doubt their decision-making process. They may not feel motivated to try novel things because they don't believe they're capable of reaching their goals. Those with low self-esteem may have issues with the relationship and expressing their needs. They may also experience low levels of confidence and feel unlovable and unworthy. So what is important? Why we are talking so much about low self-esteem, Imran? Why you need to be really working on it is that this is the real way. Low self-esteem, if you don't improve, this manifests in many ways. आप अपने आप को जैसा बात करते हैं ना, ये से चीजें. You know what? You believe others are better than you. यार वो देखो वो कितना अच्छा है. You know how हर उसके पर हर चीज अच्छी लगती है. वो जो बोलता है सब चीज, सब लोग उसको मान लेते हैं. Everybody agrees with them. Are you all with me? Can you see that you actually sabotaging your own belief about it? So you end up comparing yourself to others. How many of you are able to relate this? ये सब words हैं, लेकिन reality में अगर आप देखेंगे ना तो आपको महसूस हो रहा होगा कि आपकी जिंदगी में भी ये बहुत सारे situations हैं. ये sentences आप भी use करते होंगे. You may find expressing your needs difficult. You may focus on your weaknesses. आपको हमेशा लगता है वही ना, अगर आप अपने आप को आईने में देखेंगे तो क्या चीज नजर आएगी? जो खामियां हैं वही नजर आएंगी. You may frequently experience self-doubt and worry. You may have an intense fear of failure. You may have trouble accepting positive feedback. That's a problem. Remember, low self-esteem people have problem accepting compliments also. Because you always think, oh, he must be asking something else. He's expecting something else. और उसकी और कोई intention होगी. You may put others people's needs before your own. आप अपने आप को undersell कर देंगे. आप अपने आप को undersell कर देंगे. आप अपने आप को undersell कर देंगे. So it's very important that you need to work on it. Now the question is, Imran, how do I improve my self-esteem? How do I improve my self-esteem? So हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं कि if at all you're writing your T bars and if your T bars are fluctuating, if your T bars are fluctuating, that means कभी आप नीचे लिख रहे हैं, कभी आप ऊपर लिख रहे हैं, कभी आप ऊपर होता है, तो कभी भी जो fluctuation होता है, तो ये low self-esteem में जमा हो जाता है. So what is a graphotherapy to improve self-esteem? Put your T-bars on the top. Make sure it is balanced. Put your T-bar on the top. Make sure it is balanced. So when you practice like this, Imran, my self-esteem will go high. Yes, but it will take his own time because graphotherapy is working on your subconscious mind. It will take his own time. So what is important is आपको self conscious पहले आप T bars के साथ साथ आप अपने दिलो दिमाग पे भी काम करेंगे. So how do you improve your self esteem? How many of you want to know, Imran? Tell me how else I can improve my self esteem apart from just putting my T bars on the top, because this is on a subconscious level, but consciously भी आपको चीजें करनी होगी. तो चलिए मालूम करते हैं क्या करने से self esteem improve हो सकती है. अभी आपको समझ में आ रहा है? Now, how many of you are able to realize the value of our workshop? Today, I'm giving you actual words, actual terminologies, and look at how complicated it is. You know, it sounds good, but samajh kuch nahi aata zyada. Are you all with me? Now, imagine human behavior is supposed to be understood like this. Now you realize in the workshop how we made everything so simple for you. How we made every behavior so easy for you to understand. So it's not about accumulating more information. How many of you are with me here? इतना ज्यादा पढ़ने से आपको नहीं, ये कितना comprehend आप कर सकते हैं, ये important है जी. So this is how important. That's why इतने मोटा मोटे books कुछ फायदा नहीं करेंगे. I have given you the best and the creamiest of information. So what are the things which will help you along with raising the T bar? What do we do? Find out any of this. Master a new skill. Learn to play an instrument or learn to do anything else. You know, maybe trekking, maybe you pick up any skill. Maybe learn learn something, cooking, which you have never done in your life. Something, any new skill you pick it up. Like handwriting analysis is also a new skill. And thank you for doing that, because this is also a way of improving your self-esteem. List your achievement. By the way, how many of you felt good when you're getting more and more accuracies from people? How many of you feeling your confidence levels is going high? Yeah. So what is happening? You're feeding your self-esteem. Why do you think I made you go and make that analysis on Sunday? You know why? Everything changed at 5:30 because the way you looked at yourself, your abilities, everything altered. How many of you realize that? And that's why I'm still telling you, improving your self-esteem is a work in progress. You have to please continue doing it every single day. So what you have to do, you have to write graphotherapy every day, 1 page. You have to at least analyze 1 handwriting every day. And you have to take the feedback. And if you're not going to do that, then there'll be a trouble. List your achievements. Tonight, before you go to sleep, please write down the list of things what you have done and be really fair and be really, generous in that. Some of you are double graduates. Some of you have done so much of experience of your, in your field, in your career. Some of you have invested so much money on your own self-development. All these are achievements, by the way. I should tell you this. My teacher says this very beautifully. He says, you can't be cheap on your way to greatness. You can't be cheap on your way to greatness. That means अगर आपको जिंदगी में बड़ाई करना है, आपको आगे जाना है, सस्ते में नहीं आएगा, फ्री में नहीं आएगा, उसके पैसे लगते हैं. So you have to work on it. So all the money on you, what you're spending on your program, stop using the word spending. Say the word investing. See, the emotion changes. You're investing. And tell me, आज मुझे आप एक सवाल बताइए. Tell me how much money have you invested on improvising your own self? Schooling and college does not come on improvising. Okay, it is all about acquiring a skill set. Are you with me? And when you list down, no, and look at the amount you have to spend on yourself, in fact, your phone is more worthy of that money than on your own self. आपने जितना अपने फोन पे इन्वेस्ट किया ना, उतना कम अपने आप में किया होगा अगर आप कंपेयर करने जाएंगे तो. So it's okay to invest more money on your own self because that's where everything is. Where your energy goes, where your focus goes, that's where the energy goes. So you need to focus on your self-development. List out your achievements, huh? Everybody, are you going to do that? And some of you already, no, look at the way low self-esteem, ये भी अभी दिमाग में आ रहा है, low self-esteem, क्या कुछ नहीं किया इमरान, क्या graduate किया, कुछ नहीं, गाड़ी बनाई. Can you see that some of you are not even able to think about it? नहीं, आपको सोचना है. Edge of your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Care about your appearance. याद है हम लोग वर्कशॉप में बोले come dressed up. Take care of yourself. Look good. Invest energy on your own self. That is also one way of improving your self-esteem. Can you see that? Indirectly हम लोग कितना आपके साथ already काम कर रहे हैं इस बारे में. Reclaim your integrity. Learn what is integrity? What is integrity? Yeah, Preeta, please. You're the right person to do that. Yes.
Yeah, integrity is to do the thing on the time when you have said to do it and do the way you have said to do it. And if you don't do it, then restore it. Restore your word. So yeah, to honor your word, basically. Yeah.
So being integrity means it's not about being honest. It's like this. You have murdered somebody, you're standing in the court of law and you're being very honest. That's साहब मैंने ही मारा है. I'm very sorry about it. Please मुझे आप माफ कर दीजिए. That is being honest. In life, honesty does not work. In life, what is more important than honesty is integrity. Integrity is not to commit that crime. That is integrity. वो सिचुएशन में जाना ही नहीं है जहां पे आपको सॉरी बोलना पड़े. As Prita said very beautifully, integrity is about doing things the way it has to be done and keeping the value of your word. You said that you will do it. Please make sure you safeguard your word. Your biggest asset in your life is your word. आपने बोला आप करेंगे कुछ, आपको वो करना है. और कैसे करना है, जिस तरीके से करना है, उससे बेहतरीन तरीके से आपको करने हैं. अगर आप कर नहीं पा रहे, एटलीस्ट आपको कम्युनिकेट करना है कि आप कर नहीं पा रहे हैं बोलकर. कब कम्युनिकेट करना है? जब मुझे आपने 2 बजे अपॉइंटमेंट दी, आई विल कॉल यू एट 2 o'clock. सॉरी प्रीता, आई एम नॉट एबल टू मीट यू टुडे. No. You have to tell me at least couple of hours before so that I can realign my 2 o'clock for something else. Otherwise, you being very honest with me that you're not coming. But what will I do at 2 o'clock? You're wasting my time because I traveled all the way just to meet you here. Are you with me? तो इसके बारे में हम लोग कभी डिटेल में बात करेंगे. इसके बारे में जरूर से पढ़िएगा और एक्सप्लोर भी कीजिएगा. And integrity is very important. And number 4, and the last one is all about learn to say no. आपकी जिंदगी में सबसे बड़ा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कब आ जाएगा? When you have the power to say no. हम लोग कभी ना नहीं बोलते, हाँ बोलते थे, बाद में अपने आप को कोसते हैं. You will curse yourself, you will curse the situation that why you did not say no. Are you with me? So you need to learn the power of saying no, and that will also improve your self-esteem. So I hope you made a list of this and take on one thing at a time. You don't have to change everything. Remember, one variable at a time. एक बार में एक ही चीज पे फोकस करनी है. Are you all with me? ठीक है, पूरे पर नहीं करना है. पहले एक नई स्किल सीखिए और नेक्स्ट अपने आप पे अपीयरेंस पे काम, आप अपने अपीयरेंस पे काम कीजिए. तो एक एक करके करेंगे. Are you all with me? So, but you have to work on this. Okay, there's no discount. There is no ifs and buts about it. करना है ये करना है. This is the right way about it. So this is about self-esteem. How many of you will work on your self-esteem? How many of you understood how poisonous having low self-esteem is. Yeah. You need to really identify this and work on your life. No matter what business you want to start with, no matter where you want to are, what you want to do, अगर यहाँ पे आपने जीता नहीं है ना, तो हमेशा हारी होगी, हमेशा हारी होगी. तो आज, before I conclude, the session concludes at 9 o'clock and we still have 10 more minutes. So before I say bye to you, I want to tell you a very important question. Everybody is asking me about, Imran, why do we write graphotherapy in the morning? Why is it suggested that graphotherapy has to be written in the morning? So I have a logical explanation. In fact, in my next session, in the next inner circle, I'll talk about millionaire habits. Everybody, I'll talk about millionaire habits. And that will really change the way you get up in the morning, what you have to do and everything. So now, why do we suggest graphotherapy as a first activity of the day? Listen up. I have some science for you. The brain produces electrical patterns that is called as neuro pathways. हम लोग ग्राफोथेरेपी हमारा कैसे काम करता है? न्यूरो पाथवेज ही है, ये वाइब्रेशंस ही हैं. जो भी आप लिखते हैं, कुछ एनर्जी जाती है, वाइब्रेशन स्टिमुलेट होता है और वो केमिकल रिलीज होता है. तो आपका ब्रेन केमिकल्स रिलीज करता है, आपका ब्रेन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट करता है, often referred as waves. Scientists have found a correlation between the frequency of the brain waves and the body's state. When you first wake up, your brain operates at around 10.5 waves per second, which is a very good energy. Huh? When you wake up, your body operates at 10.5 waves per second. And the range, look at this, what is acceptable? The range between 8 waves per second to 13 waves per second is an alpha stage. What do you mean call this as? It's an alpha stage. Alpha stage, remember I told you how to access your subconscious mind? That is the stage where you can access your subconscious mind, and that is alpha stage. So alpha stage is where your gateway to your subconscious mind. आपको आपकी जिंदगी बदलानी है, please write graphotherapy in the morning. Because when you get up in the morning, the vibrations you have, the wavelengths you have is very high, and your subconscious mind is very active. And when the subconscious mind is active, the way you speak, the way you think, it impacts. That sets a tone for the day. How you get up, everybody listen. How you get up in the morning has a lot to do what you will accomplish in that day. How you get up in the morning has a lot to do what you will accomplish in that set day. Are you with me? So, दुनिया में बहुत सारे नए आदतें हैं जो लोग सक्सेसफुल हैं, जो लोग आगे बढ़ चुके हैं. There are many people who are successful in everything. They have a new way of looking at it. So what is important is you need to develop a millionaire mindset. Say this word, everybody. You need to have a millionaire mindset. So for that, you need to have that habits of a millionaire mindset. Are you all with me? Because who you are is a sum of habits you have. Are you all with me? Who you are is a sum of habits you have. And we have a very beautiful understanding about that. And in the next inner circle, I want to talk about it. How your thoughts alter, how you think, how you speak, everything has something to do about it. And I'm going to read out a very beautiful understanding, which I got it from my teacher. It's all about the thoughts. My teacher says, Imran, who you are is a total number, sum of all the thoughts you have. कैसे आप सोचते हैं, what words you use, everything. Okay, so don't miss my next inner circle because I'm going to talk about that process about it.